I noticed you have a tattoo. Is there some meaning behind it? I'm glad you asked. In 2020, my body was like, I need a dog. It says that I am a type 4. I don't think I would have done anything differently except for not worry or stress out about the future so much. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Lavendaire. Today, we are continuing the 10-year Lavendaire anniversary celebration with a Q&A. So if you haven't seen the previous video where I shared my 10 lessons in 10 years, I'll put it here and down below. But today, I am answering your questions. So you guys submitted questions on Instagram and YouTube, and there were like, I don't know, over 200 questions to sort through. So I did my best at choosing questions that multiple people asked. So there are some frequently asked questions on here, as well as like just random stuff. First question, what is the story behind the name? And a few of you asked different versions of this question, and it's a common question that I actually answered before in a video, but I'll answer it again for you guys. The name Lavendaire came from a brainstorm because I was trying to figure out like a brand name that was different from my actual name, because I used my real name for my music career, and Aileen Sue, my name is hard to spell, it's hard to pronounce when people read it, so I was like, I need just something new. At the time, I had purple hair and I liked the color lavender for many reasons. Like 1, it's a flower, 2, it's a scent, 3, it's a color that evokes like this dreamy, feminine feeling, and I just felt like it matched the brand that I wanted to exude. So I just took the word lavender and added an air at the end to make it sound like a little French, a little fancy and different. I really wanted to just like make up a new word. So that was just the best option I had, and I really do like the name. I'm happy I chose it because the second runner-up name for this YouTube channel was So Heartistic, like heart in artistic. But yeah, Lavendaire is much better. Second question, what made you want to start a YouTube channel, and how did you know that personal growth and lifestyle design were your focus? This is kind of a long story, but I'll try to keep it short. So I started a YouTube channel in high school. It was for music because I love to sing and play piano. That was a hobby for a few years. When I graduated, I decided to pursue music full time, like as an artist. And as I was doing that, I was just lost in life. Like, is this really what I want to do? I was just trying to explore all other areas that interested me. And I started reading self-help books. And, you know, I was simultaneously pursuing music, doing freelance marketing jobs, and then reading a lot of books, just doing a lot of like inner soul-searching, self-discovery work for a few years. There came a point a few months after I came out with my first album that I was like, oh, like music was just a struggle. My YouTube channel for music was not growing, and I decided to like quit YouTube, and I was like just looking at other directions, like, okay, what else can I do? In that few months, I was lost again, trying to figure out what I really wanted to do in life. And I even considered like, do I want to start my own app? Like I had this idea for an app that was related to like mindset and personal growth. But after a journaling session in an IKEA, you know, the IKEA cafe where it's like well lit and white tables and everything, I journaled there, and it came to me that I still like dreamed about becoming a YouTuber. I could not close the door on that dream. So I decided like, okay, what if I start like a new blog, a new YouTube channel? What would it be about? And I decided that I wanted to share my life lessons and my journey, everything that I've learned up to that point. Because even though I wasn't successful in the traditional sense, I was really proud of myself and my life up to that point because I decided to take a risk. I decided not to get a corporate job. I went the artist route. I met a lot of new friends. I just like got to experience so many new things in life that I wouldn't have been able to experience if I took a job. So I came to this concept of like, wow, life really is what you make it. And you don't have to follow like a cookie cutter path in life. You can really design your life however you want. And so I came to this concept of life is an art, make it your masterpiece. We are all artists of life. And clearly, if you follow Lavendaire, like that's like the main like backbone of the brand, is that It's about designing your life, creating the ideal life that you've always wanted for yourself. I decided to give this YouTube channel a go because I also saw a gap in the YouTube space. Like, there were people talking about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, but no one was talking about meaning and purpose and just like struggling with figuring out what you want to do with your life, overcoming fears, all of that. And so I was like, okay, there needs to be someone my age talking about this. I was like 23 at the time. So I decided to start the new YouTube channel, and took a while for it to take off, but the rest is history. What advice would you give to someone just starting their YouTube journey? Ooh, okay. I would say start by experimenting everything, right? Test different topics, test different formats, see what you enjoy, and then see what feedback you get from the audience, see what kind of works for you. Be as consistent as possible, meaning show up to do the work, even if it's just to like work on your channel for like 30 minutes every day. Like, show up consistently, have a schedule where you're gonna post consistently, because you wanna hold yourself to some sort of deadline in order to get things out. A lot of people waste so much time crafting the perfect video, or like putting things out, or being scared to put things out. Literally, the more you create, the more you put out there, the faster you fail, the faster you're going to figure out what works for you. So it really is like failing your way to success, because you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but from each mistake you're gonna learn from it. So just make sure that your videos get better and better and better, and that you fine tune your topics and your formats. There is a sweet spot, and it is different for everyone, so you have to find it on your own. But just the more you create, the closer you are to finding it. So good luck. Having some goji and barley tea. Oh, so soothing. All right, now I have a few fun random questions to answer. First question, are you happy? I would say I am honestly very happy in life right now. Sometimes I am a little scared. You know, when life is like so good and you're so grateful for everything that you're worried something bad might happen. Like, I have that thought sometimes. Like, I am so grateful, like just waking up, I'm like, I have Togi, there's Wilson. Like, I just feel like everything is pretty good. You know, yes, there's always gonna be some like little struggles, but everything's pretty minor. Like, I feel like I have conquered a lot of the harder parts of my life, a lot of the wounds that I had to heal from. Now I am living with more peace, and I have more confidence, more self-love, and just the way I see life is healthier. Everything feels more balanced. I'm not really stressed out. Life has been both eventful with a lot of fun things going on, but also chill at the same time. I feel like there's like a balanced pace going on right now that I really am grateful for. Second question, what inspires you the most in life? So I came to clarity of this, especially after like designing this home and living in it. I realized that what inspires me the most in life is to take a vision, take an idea, and to bring it to reality. I think that is like my gift. That is my theme of my life, is that as an artist or a creative person, I'm really good at envisioning an ideal and then executing whatever needs to be done to make it real. And I do that with my goals, with my dream life, like how I talk about on this channel, and with the Artist of Life workbook. I do that with like the products I make, the videos I make, even our like photo shoots that I have so much fun shooting for our shop. It's just so fun, like having the vision and then executing it. I guess you can say the artistic process inspires me, and I'm also inspired by just moments in life that are just like moments of pure joy or moments of pure love, like so much joy or so much love that you want to cry kind of moments, you know? What are your hobbies? Thank you for asking. I have a lot of different hobbies. I love to sing. Currently, I am taking like a vocal training online course by Cheryl Porter, and it has been like strengthening my vocal cords. So that's so much fun. I love learning languages on my free time. Right now, I'm focusing on Chinese and Korean, and I mostly learn by listening to like language podcasts and recently audiobooks, because Spotify has like audiobooks now. So I listen to those as I'm like walking togi or in the shower or driving. What else do? I love watching K-dramas. I enjoy decorating my home lately. Yoga, dancing, astrology, of course. I love astrology. I read books on astrology. I watch YouTube videos on astrology. I think most of my videos that I watch are astrology videos. And I'm also really into like crypto and macroeconomics. I actually am on the platform X a lot because that's where like crypto people are. So I just like learning about the technologies and also how it, imagining the ways that these technologies will impact our world. I like to kind of like have a foot in the future, honestly. Like I don't show and talk about tech a lot on Lavendaire, but I always like to learn and read about what's going on because I've always been like a future oriented person. Like I like to say that I spot trends and I'm an early adopter type of person. Next question, what are your favorite K-pop groups or idols? I chose this one because I never got a chance to share on my YouTube channel my love for IU. I love her the most out of all the K-pop artists because I just relate to her so hard. She's not like those like manufactured K-pop groups, nothing wrong with that, right? But she just is an artist. She's a great songwriter. She has such a great voice. She has great control over her voice. She looks beautiful. Like she can look beautiful in anything. She's also an amazing actress. I just am amazed at how good of an actress she is for being like a singer. But anyway, she is just a well-rounded, all-around artist that I adore. I basically have listened to all of her albums. Like I know, I would say 90% of her songs, and I've watched all of the dramas that she's been in, and they've all been good. Also, I'm super excited to go see her concert. She's playing in LA in August. Her tickets were so expensive. Literally just the most I've paid for tickets of any concert, but I've decided that this year is my yes to concerts year, so I decided to just buy the tickets for me and Wilson because I don't have any other friends that listen to IU. It's just, anyway, but I'm obsessed with her. Love her. Next question. What is your MBTI and Enneagram type? All right, so MBTI, I am an INFJ. I think borderline between J and P. It really depends. According to the test that I took in April of 2015, which is a long time ago, it says that I am a type 4 Enneagram. You are likely a type 4. You could also be a type 3 or 7. So type 4 is called the creative individualist. Type 3 is achiever. Type 7, adventurer. Out of those words, I think I am a type 4, creative individualist. We have chicken today. Okay, sit. Good boy. All right. I noticed you have a tattoo. Is there some meaning behind it? I'm glad you asked. It's blurrier now, but it's a little line tattoo of a lotus. And I got this in 2018 at the Eggy event. So if you know what Eggy is, it's a fashion brand by Jen Im. She closed it down, but anyway, at that time, she did like this influencer event for Eggy, and I was invited. And this is 2018, the year that I moved to LA, lived in an apartment with Wilson, and it was my year to like go out to all these influencer events and network and meet people. And it was really the first year that I felt like my YouTube career was serious. Like I was like in with this crowd. I was invited to these events for the first time, and I was meeting all of these other YouTubers and all these other creators that I've watched for years and I've looked up to for so long. It was the year of like people that I looked up to, like they recognized me, like they watched my videos, and it kind of blew my mind. So anyway, I got this tattoo because Jen offered free tattoos at this Eggy event. And I was just in such a YOLO state of my life that I'm like, yeah, I'll do a free tattoo. Yeah, let me sign up. So I went there, I got in line, I got this cute tattoo. I picked a lotus. And the meaning behind the lotus to me is the lotus is a flower that represents like this flower that grows out of like the mud, the dirtiest, dampest, darkest place. And to me, it's a symbol and a reminder of like everything that I had to go through and grow through in order to bloom as a flower. Because up until 2018, just my life was a struggle. I just struggled really hard. I would say my hardest year was 2012, but yeah, everybody goes through a lot in life, a lot of like trauma and this and that, but 2018 was really the year that I felt like I bloomed as a flower and my career was taking off, and there were so many signs that I was on the right path. And it was just such a big coming out year for me. Like I was just so proud of myself. Like Jen is someone that I watched for years, I looked up to, and now she knows me. She invited me to her event. Like I just felt like I made it at some level. And so that's kind of what this tattoo represents, is that era of my life and the reminder of where I came from, the mud. Next question, plans for the future, kids, wedding, or more traveling? This is something that I am always pondering because I am at this age where I think I am ready for the next steps, but I just bought this house and moved in, and that was such a big project. That was like a life goal with me and Wilson. So I want to enjoy this current state of my life before we do any other big things. Like I don't want to jump into the next big thing. I just want to enjoy life now, which is why this year I'm still like no kids yet, no wedding plans yet or anything. I am just traveling this year. I'm going to concerts, music festivals, just doing all the things that bring me joy, saying yes to joy this year. And in the meantime, there's still some like career projects that I want to work on before I get busy with kids. But I actually think realistically, it's up in the air, but I want to say in 2 years, I will ask my body, is it time? And I think my body will tell me, because I'm an intuitive person. Like my gut will let me know when is the right time for things. Like I never really needed a dog. I didn't have a desire to have a dog, but in 2020, my body was like, I need a dog. And so I like just got really like intensely into this like search for a togi. So yeah, that happened, and it was my body that told me that I was ready to be a dog mom. Next question, how has YouTube influenced the person you are today? What changes do you feel in yourself since starting this channel? So I really attribute a lot of my confidence to YouTube. Before YouTube, which I'm talking about high school at this point, because I started a YouTube channel senior year of high school. Before YouTube, I was such a shy person. I was so closed off. I didn't really open up my authentic self to my friends or family. I was the type of kid that felt misunderstood, right? But also never shared her feelings or thoughts. And YouTube was my outlet to express myself and to share my love for like singing and music. I was so shy that I didn't tell my friends I like to sing or play piano, and it was all a secret. My YouTube channel was a secret. Basically, I was forced to come out with this channel because people started finding my videos online. They're like, hey Aileen, I thought I found a video of you singing on YouTube. Was that really you? And then that's when I had to like own up to it, like, yeah, that was me. You know, and I was just so shy, but being on YouTube helped me break out of my shell because it was so much easier for me to share who I really was to an anonymous group of people online, like it is today. It's honestly easier for me to share my authentic self with you guys on my YouTube channel than it is for me to share with people in real life. And I think it's because I'm the type of person that doesn't open up about my thoughts or my true emotions unless someone asks me. Like if someone asks me or prompts me, I'll like share whatever. But if nobody asks, I won't say a word. I'm not like the talkative one. I'm not the first to speak and the first to share. I will only share when I'm prompted to. So anyway, YouTube gave me an outlet to share whatever I wanted to share. And apparently I had a lot to share because I journal a lot. I had a lot to say. I had a lot of thoughts. I had a lot of ideas that I never shared with anyone in my life, but YouTube gave me an outlet to do that. So thank you, YouTube, and thank you for watching me. Next question, how does it feel to be in your 30s? What are some things that you're looking forward to during this 30s season of your life? I love this question because you truly do feel different. Like, I notice a difference in this decade because you grow so much in your 20s. Your 20s to me is where you discover yourself. You figure out who you are and who you want to be in this world, and then you just start working at it. But 30s is where you've kind of established yourself. You have more confidence, you have more money for the most part, and you're basically the same. Like, you get to do the same things, you have the same hobbies, but just with more resources and with a more solid sense of self, and also a better, I guess, a more solid group of friends. I think in your 20s, you might still be figuring things out and hanging out with people that might not always be the best influence, or they might not care about you as a person. You're just hanging around like by default. But anyway, 30s is where you just become so much more intentional about your life because you know better. And that's great. Like, I love being in this era of my life where I have this confidence. Like, I do not care anymore. Like, I used to care. I used to care what people thought of me. I used to care to like be liked and be accepted in a certain way, but now I just don't care as much. Sure, there is still a little bit, but I think the older you get, the less you care and the more free you are, and it just is so fun. It's so fun to be where I am. Also for me personally, because I had so much that I needed to heal. Like, a lot of my healing happened in my later 20s, early 30s. But I think you just feel so much freer in yourself after you heal a lot of your deep wounds. So definitely, you gotta face the dark, you gotta face the shadow. Sometimes it's not like an intentional choice. Like, life forces you to do that. But by your 30s, like, you've gone through your Saturn return, which is like when you're 27 to 30, and you just like, you grow so much. You shed the layers, you shed the limiting beliefs, and you get to live more fully as you are. It's worth it. Your face is so fluffy looking right now. Baby though, my love. All right, next question. What do you want your life to look like in the next 10 years? And a sub question, do you see yourself on YouTube long term? I honestly cannot plan 10 years into the future. It is just too big of a time. I learned that from my 20s. Like, I thought I could plan 10 years time, but no. Like, you can't foresee that far into the future. And I also think that the era that we're living in now, like technological advancements with AI and everything that's gonna happen, the world is gonna be so different in 10 years that we cannot imagine it right now. So I'm literally taking it like 1 year at a time right now. But if I were to like give an idea, like, will I be on YouTube for the long term? I think I'm gonna keep making videos on YouTube as long as I feel like it brings me joy and there's a sense of purpose in doing it, and there's still people watching my videos. Then yes, I'm gonna still post on YouTube because I do enjoy it. I do feel creatively fulfilled, and I enjoy this connection that we have. I hope that the next 10 years I live my life according to my inner joy and just flow with where the energy leads me, like where my intuition takes me, where the universe takes me. I'm just curious, like, what is the path laid in front of me? Because I know I have a gift. I know there's something that I can contribute to the world. I just want to keep making a positive impact using the gifts that I have, and to continue to develop my skills in like creativity, in writing. I hope I don't lose the sense of like youthfulness though. I feel like I always want to be in tune with my inner child, and I always want to have fun, and I always want to be living lightheartedly. I don't want to become too serious, too worried, or too stressed. Like, my goal in life is to live a life of flow and no stress. Like, I don't want to be stressed, meaning I don't want to work too hard. I want to work just enough. Just enough, do something that's positive, do something that's fulfilling, and then do my hobbies and meet with my friends and travel and do all the things that make a full life. Like, I'm not here to become the best, like number one, like biggest company, this or that. I'm here to live a full life for myself. Next question. In reflecting on this incredible 10-year journey, what's one moment, positive or negative, that stands out as a turning point for you? A moment that truly shaped the person and the content creator you are today. You can call it a negative turning point, but I think it's a positive turning point, is when I got burnt out from YouTube. It wasn't just like a point, it was like a phase in life. I remember I talked about starting my channel, it was slow, so I hustled, I was super consistent. I just worked really hard to try to get it up to a point where it would be working as a career, right? I basically started to burn out in 2019. Up to that point, I was super consistent and disciplined with myself. Like, I'm gonna post no matter what, no matter how tired I am, I'm gonna pull all-nighters, this and that. I was just like working really hard and having that mentality. But anyway, I started to burn out 2019, and I would say between 2019 to 2022, 2023 even, like I was learning like why I had this sense of overachiever in me. I was learning all of these things about my sense of self-worth, how it was rooted in things that were not healthy, right? It was rooted in external validation, external success, approval, love, all these things. And anyway, I've talked about that journey many times on this YouTube channel, but that was a very big turning point for me as a creator and as a person, was to be more gentle and slow down and not be so harsh on myself. Really learn to detach the external from how I feel within. So now I'm at a place where things could be failing on the outside and I still feel at peace on the inside because I've anchored my sense of self-worth in something deeper, right? I am so much more confident in my self-worth. I love myself so hard now. It's been a journey, but before, all of that was so shaky. My self-love, my self-worth was so shaky. It was riding the waves up and down, the roller coaster of social media and of life. But anyway, I'm so grateful for everything that led up to that point, because it helped me have like an aha moment, a moment where I'm like, I cannot live like this any longer. I need to change something. Like, something needs to change in order for me to live more peacefully, because I just had so much anxiety and so much worry and stress. So anyway, that was a big turning point for me in life, and now I feel like I am a different person, and I'm still trying to find the new balance of what this new version of me is. Next question, what is your proudest moment on YouTube? I really had to think about this one, but I think you could say the proudest moment was hitting 1 million subscribers, because that had been my big goal. Like, in my vision board, I photoshopped an image of Lavendaire 1 million subscribers, and that was like just the ultimate goal, right? And when I hit it, I was so proud of myself because it took way longer than I thought it would take. And I became just a different person in the pursuit of this YouTube journey. And so I am pretty proud of that. Aside from that, there's so many other proud moments. Like, anytime I did like a workbook photo shoots, like, I was so proud because I give so much of my heart into like creating a concept for the creative. Like 2021, we did a cottagecore fairy tale theme one. I'm the most proud of that photo shoot and that theme. Next question, if you could tell your former self from 10 years ago any advice, what would it be? I would just tell her, you're on the right track. Stop worrying so much. Stop stressing out. Stop trying to prove yourself so hard. Just have fun discovering who you truly are and have fun experimenting with what life you want to live, and the rest will unfold as it's meant to unfold. Basically, I don't think I would have done anything differently except for not worry or stress out about the future so much, because all of that was pointless. Next question, what's next for you? I'll share one thing. This year, I am embarking on finally writing a book. This has been a life goal that I have put off and procrastinated on for years and years, literally, but this year, I got a very big sign that it is the time to write it. And so that is the project that I'm gonna focus my energy on next. and I am excited for it because finally it is gonna be an outlet for me to express my ideals and belief system, this whole concept of life is an art, make it your masterpiece, and all this mindsets, skills, and habits and practices required to be a really masterful artist of life. So wish me luck. That's all I'll share for now. There are other things that I am thinking about that are on my mind, but I think it's way too early to share at this time. But I will share more in upcoming videos. You'll find out pretty soon. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had so much fun answering your questions. I hope you liked them. This was probably one of my favorite questions from today. I'll ask it to you guys. What inspires you the most in life? Comment down below. I'm sure I'll have so much fun reading your answers. All right, sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.